Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach. And Elon Musk has finally taken over Twitter. He has got into the office of Twitter, and the first executive decision that Elon Musk has taken is removing the CEO and CFO from their position and literally fired them on the very first day, and the first decision taken by Elon Musk. And he's now going to change a lot of things around the functioning of Twitter. The Twitter, as we know, probably undergo certain changes. However, the biggest point of discussion today in this live stream is the statement made by Elon Musk saying that he has spent $44 billion to acquire Twitter, and it is not because of money. His intention is not to make money after acquiring Twitter, but is to help humanity. So how this statement is going to take effect, what difference it will make on the functioning of Twitter, and what difference it makes to the life of people like you and me. Let us discuss this. Well, as you already know that Elon Musk has been doing so many pioneering work. He's a visionary. I mean, there is no doubt about it. He is he is one of the movers and shakers of the global economy, and he has a world record of being the world richest person ever, because in one day he moved his balance by 25 billion in just one day, and setting up a world record of becoming the world richest person ever. After that, that was a one-day glory. After that, he has slided down, but he's among the top 10 billionaires in the world anyway. So he's one of the rich guys, and he is also responsible for many pioneering, future-looking technologies and work that humanity is doing, like going to Mars, creating a new set of launch vehicles for American space program, creating Starlink, basically a network enabler, so that everywhere, every nook and corner of the earth can have the internet services being beamed down from space. Solar energy company, boring company, so many things he has been doing, all with the intention of putting 1 million people on Mars. So acquiring Twitter, it is something which is so different from his rest of the activities. I think let's go back in a little bit about this move itself. Elon Musk has been making statement about dividing the society into left and right, because that is what Twitter was good at. Twitter created ecosystem and divided the society, global society, in all countries, whether they are right wingers or they are left wingers. So sometimes they swing towards right, and sometimes they swing towards left, depending on the political situation or legal situation or the legal mess they are in. But nothing comes free, as you know that creating this divide in the society comes at a cost, and somebody pays the social media platform, including Twitter, to create that kind of a wave for short period of time, so that the election can be influenced, some political decisions can be influenced, government can be influenced. So that way Twitter has been very active, and Twitter has the ability as a platform to snowball the issues, because believe it or not, it's a micro blogging website, and it allows you to express your opinion in about 160 characters. So it's very easy to use. You can actually express your opinion in 160 characters, and therefore a lot of people can participate to the cause. So if the Twitter promote a particular cause, whether left or right, thousands and thousands of people can interact within very short period of time, and typing 160 characters, like one sentence on that issue, is not a difficult thing. So that is really the power of Twitter, and it has been exploited by many. Whether it is business people, you want to destroy your competitor, you can actually start a negative campaign about a product offering on Twitter. Of course, you got to pay the Twitter to advertise in the form of advertising credit, etc. So Elon Musk has been critical of this position of Twitter. He has been actually in general very critical about this dividing the global manpower into left and right. So it's not only Twitter. He has been critical of the situation of the social media itself, and he has been also making very vague statements that he would like to basically start a social media which will be away from all this. But he's also a very shrewd business person. Starting something will require initial investment and also a gestation period, so that you can scale up to that level of what Facebook is, what Instagram is, YouTube, Twitter, etc., LinkedIn. They have been around for more than decades, so to scale up to that level, it will need time, and it will require constant monitoring, etc., and watching the market forces. So it was logical for a person like Elon Musk, who thinks so strongly about or he is so critical about dividing the world, is to basically acquire a social media. So Twitter being social media which is available, he actually told them that I will buy you off right now in cash, $44 million, which no investor in Twitter could refuse, because obviously everybody wants to make money. So the acquisition happened. Now there are a lot of speculation. So I want to clarify some of these speculation of what I think. One of the biggest change that you might see is in the way you use Twitter. So currently Twitter is known for favoring certain ideologies, certain people, and based on that favor, Twitter is known to have blocked handles and remove these different users from their platform based on how much money they are making. So that is the first change that you will see, that Elon Musk will bring to Twitter, functioning of Twitter, that because he has been saying that he doesn't want to see world divided between left and right, and he wants to create a Twitter platform where it is free for all, so that you can you can voice your concerns and your opinion freely without being administered by the platform themselves. So that is the first difference, because Twitter will not play a role in deciding what goes and what doesn't. So that is the first impact that I see from my point of view, that you will see on Twitter platform. And it's a very big change, friends. In fact, this is huge, because Twitter is not small. Twitter users are almost 1 billion. It is equal to the population of European Union, or maybe more. 3 times the population of European Union, 3 times the population of United States. So Twitter is pretty big, and therefore this is a change which you will expect in days to come, that it will become much more open, because Elon Musk has been making these statements openly. In fact, he has been tweeting. The second change which may come is about the way business advertise on Twitter, because looking at the latest tweet from Elon Musk saying that he has acquired Twitter to help humanity and not for making money. So the second immediate change that you expect is that the advertising will not be low cost. That is what I feel. That means the advertising itself will get very expensive on Twitter, because now you're moving away from the impression creation or some sort of brainwashing of the humanity to more rationalized way of using it. And if you actually have too many advertisements, then the consumer also get confused which is a good product, which is not, because everybody's talking about hey, I'm the best. And they are basically bringing different kinds of techniques, advertising techniques, to lure you into it. And there are so many of them. So every product will have good stories about them being advertised on Twitter. So I think that is the second change I will see, that the low cost advertising will be the thing of the past. The advertising will get more expensive, And I think that is where the Twitter staff will look into what product, or probably evaluate what products are being advertised on Twitter, because I think that is what will run their Twitter and pay the salary of Twitter employees. So the advertising will get much more expensive, and they will move away from crowd based advertising that everybody is able to advertise at a very low cost. I think they are going to increase the price so that only selected advertisers will be able to talk about their branding, etc. on Twitter platform. While as a core offering of Twitter, which is like voicing your concerns, voicing your opinion, will continue for free. I think these are certain changes which I feel will happen. And the third thing which has been talked about a lot in past 2 to 3 weeks is about mass firing, which I don't believe will happen. Of course, there will be some heads, some people will roll, the heads of the people will roll out of Twitter because this is going to be a big time change. When Twitter used to hire people, they used to officially advertise that they are looking for people who are anti-left or anti-right. I mean, they used to select people on the basis of their political orientation, so that in case they want to run a campaign in a particular country, they can deploy the right people because they think that way. They personally feel very close to that cause, and therefore they will put their 100%. I think those kind of people may not be required if you're trying to bring equality and you're not trying to divide the world. You're trying to bring equality. So I think to that extent, there will be change in the ecosystem of Twitter from my point of view. And the rumor of 75% Twitter being fired, I don't think that is going to be the case here, simply because when you acquire a company, you also acquire all its assets, and employees are the biggest asset for any company. So I don't think Elon Musk, he's a visionary definitely, and he's not foolish businessman. So he is not going to fire 75% of the organization. He's going to bring some strategic changes, and he will not bring these strategic changes in a very knee-jerk reaction. He will actually look at the right opportunity and change phase-wise so that the business continues and it also pays back to the business itself. So therefore, he is not going to fire 75% of the employees, but of course, he is going to change the employees which are ultra left winger or ultra right winger, and they think very deeply about these causes. I don't think there will be a space for those kind of people in the company. So I think these are the changes which I feel are going to happen, and I personally believe that the bulk firing is basically a rumor. Is not going to happen. That 75% will be fired. So these are the few things which are going to happen as we see the beginning of new era in Twitter and under the leadership of Elon Musk. Right now, he's at the helm of things. He's deciding what is to be done. But very soon, I think he will have a leadership team which will report into Elon Musk, and the leadership team will carry out his vision. And since he's also having a much higher vision of sending 1 million people on the surface of Mars, so probably this acquisition is starting point of creating some sort of a social media, a planet-wide social media, which will extend up to Mars. So I think that must be his larger vision. So time will tell us what will happen next, but this is something which I felt about this great move by Elon Musk of acquiring outright purchase of a large platform like Twitter. So friends, if you have a comment, suggestions, feel free to send in your comments and suggestions. And as always, thanks for watching. See you again live next week. Bye-bye.